Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sophie. Today we're exploring a fascinating topic: why we sometimes hear the wrong answers in IELTS listening and what psychology has to do with it.
It's not just about missing a word or two. Our brains play some sneaky tricks on us during listening tests.
The first reason is expectation bias. Our brains like to predict what comes next based on context.
For example, if you see a question about a train schedule, your brain might expect numbers or times, and you might hear an answer that fits, even if it wasn't said.
Exactly. This is why sometimes students write down an answer that sounds logical, but it's actually incorrect.
Tip: stay focused on exact words, not what you think should be said.
Another common reason is phonetic similarity. English has many words that sound alike, like station and situation.
Or affect and effect. In a fast-paced listening section, your brain can mishear these, especially if you're anxious or trying to predict the answer.
The trick here is to listen carefully to the context around the word. Don't just rely on the first sound you hear.
Let's talk about cognitive overload. Listening tests can be fast with multiple pieces of information at once.
When your working memory is full, your brain starts filling gaps with assumptions. That's why sometimes answers are misinterpreted or skipped entirely.
The best approach? Practice short-term memory skills by listening to recordings and taking notes immediately. Training your brain to handle chunks of information reduces misinterpretation.
Stress is another culprit. Under pressure, your brain can mishear or overthink even simple words.
Many students panic if they miss the first answer, and that panic spreads, causing more mistakes in later questions.
Tip: stay calm and focus on the next question. Use deep breathing, and remember, missing one answer doesn't ruin your whole test.
So how do we avoid these pitfalls? First, predict carefully, but listen for exact information.
Second, practice phonetic distinctions and familiarize yourself with similar sounding words.
Third, train your brain to handle multiple details at once. Practice with recordings, pause, and summarize what you hear.
And finally, manage stress. Relaxation and focus techniques can drastically reduce misinterpretation.
To sum up, misinterpretation happens because of expectation bias, similar sounds, cognitive overload, and stress.
By practicing carefully, focusing on exact words, and managing stress, you can hear clearly and avoid common mistakes.
That's it for today's Vodcast. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your toughest listening challenge below.
We'd love to help you tackle it in our next episode. See you next time.
See you next time.